Bitcoins and beer, Bitcoins and beer. Here is Norm, he's a storm, as he screams and raises and rants. He is here drinking beer, spilling Bitcoins on his pants. Hello, it's me, Norm, again. Here once again to drink beer and rant about Bitcoin. Although only James is listening, probably. Thank you for watching, James. Thank you for sharing my video. I appreciate it. Today's beer, old-time favorite, Racer 5. Italian Stiletto, opener. California IPA. Well, today Bitcoin is up. Not a lot, but enough, I guess. I totally forgot what I was going to talk about tonight. I really want to do a Tuesday night rant. And there's so much I had to talk about, but it totally escaped my mind because I had 3 of these beforehand. And it wouldn't be a good rant if I didn't. But let's talk about the state of the economy. Let me gather my thoughts again. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay, totally forgot what I was going to talk about, but let's talk about something different then. So, people often ask me, why am I so fanatical about Bitcoin? I know you meet like fanatical people every now and then. Usually sports fanatics, religious fanatics, cinema fanatics, all sorts of techno fanatics, all sorts of fanatics. But why are they so fanatical? Because that's what makes sense to them, maybe? I don't know. Truthfully, I was very skeptical of Bitcoin when I first heard of it. I wasn't skeptical. I just thought it was something that gamers used because that was the impression I got. It was a gamer kind of currency. It was the impression I got. And didn't think much of it for another year, and then a year went by, and I wanted to buy this report, and it was charging like $30 in actual fiat currency, and then $3 in Bitcoin, which I didn't understand, but I went out and did my research and figured out how to get $3 in Bitcoin and buy the report. But then I also learned how our current system and our current fiat money works. It took me like probably 2 weeks to get my head around that. Another 2 weeks to get my head around Bitcoin. It takes a while to get your head around it because it's kind of, it's not only technology, like I said before, it's economy, it's finance. But I've already been following economy. I already knew a little bit about finance, and I work in technology. So maybe it took me a little, I was a little quicker, but it still took me a good month to get my head around the whole thing. But then the skepticism turned into optimism, I guess. Because the more I learned about our current system, learned how much it sucked. I mean, really, our current system is horrible. And I'm not qualified right now. At least right now. I'm probably not qualified at all, but I'm not qualified right now to answer any questions about the current system. You can Google it like I did and spend 2 weeks to get your head around it. But our current system, believe me, it sucks. It really sucks. And Bitcoin seems like a better system. And there, I'm not gonna lie to you. There are probably better systems out there, and there are flaws with all of them. Every single one there are flaws with. But I think there are the most flaws with our current system, which is pretty much described as Keynesian economics. And there's also Austrian economics. I agree a lot with Austrian economics because I've been collecting coins since I was like 12 years old, and stamps and other things. So, yeah, I can understand Austrian economics, and that's been economics for like thousands of years before, probably 30, 40 years ago, when we decided to go with Keynesian economics, which, as far as I'm concerned, it's just an experiment. But then again, some experiments are successful, some experiments are not. Our whole country, for that matter, could be experiment. It's considered experiments to some people. But Bitcoin seems to be a sound and logical solution, in theory, to a world economic disaster about to happen. When you're starting dealing with world economics, or economics dealing with more than one person, or more than one country, an all-sovereign country, that seemed, Austrian economics seemed to be fairly sound for that. Keynesian economic, it seemed to be sound for a localized group, which, I believe all in that, localized sovereign group, like an ecosphere, where you're in a bubble, and you can't go outside that bubble. Keynesian economics seems fine for that, but the world is bigger than a bubble. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just putting thoughts together and trying to make logic out of all. But Bitcoin seems logical and theoretically better than what's fucking going on. And you don't hear anybody ranting about Keynesian economics, don't you? Do you? Try to find a blog about fucking Keynesian economics, or the way our current system is working with the petrodollar. Henry Kissinger never wrote a blog about that petrodollar. Don't watch a movie roll over. I'll post a link of the best of the movie Rollover. That's Henry Kissinger's idea. Just theoretically, logically, that doesn't make sense. To tell you the truth, I collect precious metals. Silver, copper, which are for gold and platinum. Copper, I like copper. Keep your eye on copper. I like pennies. Because the Satoshi saved is Satoshi earned. Cheers.